Streaming to you live from the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And currently, as of right now, we have a whole packed building of, I want to say, Oklahoma Thunder. Previous Oklahoma Thunder game. I think that went down last week with Oklahoma Thunder winning. I believe they got a game winning. Well, like slam dunk or three-pointer. I don't know. Plus, this is not NBA, this is wrestling. But enough with all that. It's time to go down to the ring. It looks like we are starting off with Jordan Loco. Well, versus Oliver Knight, as I want to say has been teased all over social media. Now, of course, I would say this would be the fallout show after XWA's Ladies Fight Night that went down, I want to say, pretty much like a few days ago. I don't remember. But yes, this is the fallout show for.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Worcester, Massachusetts, weighing in at 228 pounds.
So there you see Jordan Loco as he's literally making the whole arena look covered in money. So yeah, Jordan Loco in the ring, pretty much trying to get himself situated for his opponent. But now, I believe here comes, I want to say what would have been for the XWA Underground Champion, that being Oliver Knight. Now, of course, with Oliver Knight coming off with a short win.
Washington, weighing in at 215 pounds, Oliver Knight.
So, pretty much, although for Oliver Knight coming short from his match between Zach Wilde for the Underground Championship, well, without a doubt, he did manage to put on one hell of a show. Well, I want to say in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for just last week. Well, so now Oliver Knight is ready to climb back to the top of the mountain, and hopefully, but this time he might be able to right his wrongs against the Underground Champion. And now we're getting ready to enter our opening match. It is underway between Jordan Loco against Oliver Knight, already off to a hot start, with Loco having somewhat, well, of an early starting advantage against Oliver Knight. There you see for some mounted punches and a stomp to the center of the chest. And now Oliver Knight back up to his feet, but is not going to stop Jordan Loco from taking full advantage of the match. Wait a second, cover. And a kick out of one will by Oliver Knight, as he's going to pretty much try and stay in this match for as long as he needs to. But it seems that both of these men will pretty much want to have this match be a little bit more fast-paced. Given the fact that for Jordan Loco, for having more of a high-flying background, although for Oliver Knight, well, he doesn't have a high-flying background, but he does know a few moves. Suplex onto, well, maybe not a suplex, but a backdrop, well, onto the apron. That's where your body does not want to meet. Well, my personal opinion. Kick to the midsection by Jordan Loco, and now has Oliver Knight onto the shoulder, dropping him head first into the apron. I believe that was a bit of payback from just moments ago. Oliver Knight trying to throw Jordan Loco back into the ring, but instead it would be... Well, actually, that would be right. Massive chop by Jordan Loco, and pretty much just a bit of a flurry of a combo, and a slam from Jordan Loco onto Oliver Knight. And now for Loco, pretty much seemed to try and play around with his opponent. Not sure is that a good idea, because knowing Oliver Knight, he's willing to take his matches a bit more seriously. I mean, you could just see from last week that he just stopped aside to be thinking about his own self and decided to lock in for once. Although, for Oliver Knight, outside the ring, the ref is trying to tell Oliver Knight to get himself back in the ring, or he will be disqualified if the count reaches 10. But wait a second now, for Jordan Loco going, I want to say for like a Roman Meteora of some sort, but I do not know. So far, the only person with the advantage in this match is Jordan Loco, for not giving Oliver Knight a break or even a hit in. Snap there by Jordan Loco, and the elbow pretty much at the top of the head and a follow-up. And now Jordan Loco pretty much looking to utilize a brainbuster, well, of some sort, only for Oliver Knight to get out. Disaster kick to the head of Loco. And for Oliver Knight, now finally in control of the match. Massive power bomb almost into the corner. And now for Oliver Knight, pretty much just dragging Jordan Loco to the center of the ring, try to make a successful pinfall, but now it seems that he doesn't want to for whatever reason. And now Loco with the counter, and now I want to believe that he may be somewhat in control, throwing Oliver Knight into the rope and slamming him directly down the center of the ring. But wait, they roll over. And now Oliver Knight managed to trade in a few mounted punches onto Jordan Loco, pretty much trying his absolute hardest to pretty much maintain control in the match. That would have been back and forth action up for Oliver Knight. Might have miscalculated a few of his punches, and Loco will take exception to it. Now pretty much looking to try and dribble the Knight's head, almost like a basketball. I mean, it does make sense because we are in the Oklahoma Thunder arena. So pretty much a bit of a, I think that was what we called the cash stunner. Well, not the cash stunner, but shit, what was that actually called? Oh, it is the cash stunner? Alright. So yeah, cash stunner by Jordan Loco. But now, Oliver Knight, with blood pretty much rolling down his own face. They're looking to try and dismantle Jordan Loco in the worst way possible. Holy time he got away, but now you see Oliver Knight trying to hyperextend the arm of Loco. That might be the key that Oliver Knight is looking for, but no, wait a second. What the hell is Oliver Knight doing? He just took a fucking turnbuckle, well, off the ropes and being thrown out of the ring as punishment. But there's the knee. Where the running knee ends up connecting, well, straight to Jordan Loco and suplex legs first into the LED apron. Both men first struggling to see who will be able to get up first, and it will be Oliver Knight back into the ring, and he is all fired up. Now here comes Oliver Knight, trying to go over rope, but instead had a terrible landing on the outside as we go into our replay. If I can just set this fuck ass camera up correctly, that will be perfect. If I can just get the camera aligned. Alright, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, for Oliver Knight, try to go for a jump, but instead landed chest first directly into the apron. I know damn well he probably might be coughing out blood or something. That was a gnarly ass landing, but now Jordan Loco with the Operation Cash. I believe it was all part of Oliver Knight's plan, because the referee is not even getting, well, in position for a pin, but instead focusing on repairing the turnbuckle. So I believe what Oliver Knight did was pretty much take the turnbuckle off, so that way Jordan Loco wouldn't get an easy win. And that might just pissed off Jordan Loco, so now he's going on to the top rope, trying to go for a 5-star frog splash, only for Oliver Knight to move out of the way in time. And look at the use the shining armor on Pretty Her. Covered by Oliver Knight. And a kick out of 2 by Jordan Loco, and this match will keep on going. And Oliver Knight can't even believe it himself. So he thought he had the match in the bag, but running Claymore by Jordan Loco, cover. And now we're going to kick out by Oliver Knight. Now roll over by Knight, seeming to try and regain control. Well, not regain, but to retain control in this matchup, because I believe now he managed to figure out how to put away Jordan Loco. Well, pretty much not only the quickest, but the most efficient way to put him down. Seeing that Oliver Knight's cockiness slowly getting the best of him, and now Jordan Loco looking to take advantage, going off the ropes into a wheelbarrow DDT, but wait a second. What the hell? What the hell is Cedric Alexander doing here? Oh, I get it. It must have been a little prank by Oliver Knight with a bit of a stomp to the head of Jordan Loco. But Oliver Knight looking to utilize the strength of his own self, picking up Loco and slamming him back down in the same area he picked him up in. And I believe it's a simple distraction. Now Oliver Knight could have the small advantage, all the way to try and target not only the chest but the crotch area of Jordan Loco. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Flying Superman punch, and now Damian Priest is here all of a sudden. So like Jordan Loco saying, anything you can do, I can do better. But this time I actually brought legit backup. And wait a second, and now for Jordan Loco, ready to use a move out of his brother's playbook, and that is the one-wing death trap. Will cover, and Jordan Loco will get the win.
Here is your winner, the Dark Horse, Jordan Loco.
Self-impressive victory to Jordan Loco, and I'm not sure will Oliver Knight would be happy on that loss. Let's just hope nothing bad happens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup will be between Garcia Vega versus, I want to say, the fighter, well, a fatal-blooded Italian, that being Valentino. And that match will be going down right after this small commercial break. And we're back here live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, but we're not going to get into any more bullshit, but we are going to be getting into our second match tonight. And there you see Garcia Vega pretty much with some brand new gear. Now I want to say this is probably the gear that she didn't use when she was part of, I believe or not, maybe TNA, but I have no clue. So a lot of people were wondering when Garcia Vega could have like brand new gear. And surprisingly enough, she was rumored to be a part of, well, SWA's Ladies Fight Night, but for some unfortunate reason she ended up missing her flight. So she had to be, well, not had to be, but end up having to miss the whole event. And now Garcia Vega is surveying the ring, making sure that she has a clever way to score a pinfall victory, which I want to say she does. And now here comes Valentino.
Representing the FBI from Manhattan, New York.
Alright, so now I just put like the sponsors tab pretty much on my phone. So now I'll be able to find where our previous sponsors are at more faster now. There you see, well, Valentino for pretty much her overall success. Well, and I want to say, well, amateur wrestling, and of course independent scene, well, professional wrestling as well. There you see Valentino, and there you see, well, not Valentino, but Vega, but right there you saw Valentino. God, I'm having trouble with this already. And here we go. Here's Garcia Vega already going for a bit of a head scissors. But of course, Valentino, technically for her, she's not even labeling herself as a high flyer, but she moves like one. Which I want to say is kind of a good thing, but also maybe a bad thing for Garcia Vega. Because she never thought she was going to face off, well, against Valentino. But here comes Vega for a massive suicide dive onto the outside. But for Garcia Vega, pretty much not taking any second. Well, but pretty much he's trying to go for complete action in terms of taking down Valentino. However, for Valentino, she literally has the heart of full cast iron metal, and it's going to take a lot to put her down. The ref count is already at 4, soon to be 5. So Garcia Vega will pretty much just try to take a bit of a breather. As you can see the ref holding Valentino back and trying to do further more damage. And I'm not sure what is Valentino's goal in terms of taking down Garcia Vega is, but technically for her, she has ways to put down her opponent. As a matter of fact, cover now by Valentino. And almost an immediate kick out by Garcia Vega at 1. I'm sure you can see some fans here, well, in the Paycom Center raising up, well, Puerto Rican flag, prepared to show support for Garcia Vega, which is all but nice. So I don't think Valentino is even paying attention that technically half of this whole arena is siding up with Garcia Vega rather than just siding up with Valentino. Now Valentino almost looking to have Garcia Vega in position for technically something dangerous here, but I can't guarantee on it. So now, Valentino, massive knee straight to the face of Vega. So for Valentino, on the leg to try and get a hold of Garcia Vega. As he gets off of Vega, going to try and gain half of her momentum back, but it doesn't work in her favor. So Edward got to the, pretty much a lower back, but now counter by Vega, looking that she's about to utilize, try to get her momentum back. That would be pretty much 2 lariats and a leg sweep, and it finishes off. And Garcia Vega looking to take back control in the match, and she would do so. European uppercut, elbow to the head. But now, there's a bit of a tiger feint. Prepare to tiger feint kick, and now you better roll over. But wait a second, and now for Garcia Vega, lifting up Valentino, slamming her down. And Garcia Vega now has control and is on fire. And now for Vega, looking to go for a top rope. Looking to use the frog splash, but instead, no one's home. And Valentino looking to take advantage. With a massive brainbuster in the center of the ring. Cover. And Vega gets out before 3. Valentino cannot even believe what she is seeing. So now it's like all bets are off and looking to take matters into her own hands. As you can see for Valentino, pretty much rushing off the fist. And here she comes for a cannonball. Well, into the corner. I don't know since when was the last time we've seen Valentino utilize a cannonball in the corner, but hey, whatever works. So now Valentino on the top rope. Look at the fly for a massive body splash. However, Vega managed to move out of the way in time. So for Garcia Vega looking to take advantage, standing moonsault connects onto the body. And a kick to the lower back, and now Garcia Vega ready to put an end to Valentino in just in a matter of moments, maybe a few seconds. Super kick connects to the face of Valentino. But Vega is not done. Stomp to the crotch. I don't even know if that's even legal for this match, but I guess it kind of is. I don't know, but it's a bit of a around a takedown. Well, from Vega now throwing Valentino to the ropes, ducking under, jumping over, and prayer looking the flip Valentino over, cover, but by Garcia Vega, and shouldered up at 2 by Valentino. And Garcia Vega cannot even believe it her own self. She thought she had it. And to be honest with you, us at commentary, we thought she had that match too. And technically, this is anyone's matchup here. And now, wait a second, kick to the midsection, looking down for Valentino. Looking to finish it off. However, Garcia Vega knows the kick was coming. So now, Garcia Vega lifting up Valentino. And I don't know what she's doing, trying to force a bit of a submission! Actually, that was like a suplex muscle buster or something. But now a drop kick and both women are down. However, for Vega, immediately back up to her feet. It's almost like that drop kick pretty much took all the wind out of her, or at least all the energy. And you can just hear the entirety of the Oklahoma Center, but now Vega pretty much looking to go for the corner destroyer. And I believe she called that the PR destroyer, as in Puerto Rican destroyer, covered out by Garcia Vega, but no. Valentino is still in this match some way, somehow. Vega tried to go for a massive chop onto Valentino, however, does not work within her favor. Massive right hand from Valentino, but now technically here goes nothing from Valentino, technically trying to match with the speed and the agility of Vega. That's the one thing Valentino is known for. She can match the speed of a typical high flyer. Covered now by Valentino, and Valentino gets the win. Valentino got the victory, well, against Garcia Vega. And don't get me wrong, it was a good match in general. However, all good things have to come to an end. So now it's time to go back to men's competition, and that being, hold on. But now time to go into men's competition here, as it will pretty much be for our fourth match. Well, no, not our fourth match, our third match we're here tonight, and that being the battle of the U.S. champion versus Impulse. And that match will be coming to you live right after this commercial break. Well, XWA is sponsored by Big Chirp Energy Seltzer, made from natural sources of caffeine, coming in 4 flavors. Well, now, with 5 new flavors, as a matter of fact. And those 5 flavors are Radical Radch, Chirpin' Cherry Blast, Snapping Snowberry, Zero Sugar Neon Street Citrus, well, and an all-new flavor, and that being the Honeyberry flavor, and that being strawberry and honey, which that flavor will be limited time, and the drink is only, well, the drink is only for ages 18 and up. Would drink caffeine responsibly. 200 milligrams of caffeine in a can. And we're back here for XWA Onslaught in Oklahoma. And here comes Impulse, and pretty much, if I want to say a bit of a New York style gear, I don't know if this is supposed to be, well, technically a way for Impulse to take a jab at Oklahoma City, or pretty much just saying that he just don't have his Oklahoma Thunder jersey on. But whatever happens, I guess. And now for Impulse, pretty much making his way down to the ring. And believe it or not, it was said that for Impulse, seeming to pretty much said to request a release from a company, and technically there was a reason why he left, and that's because technically not only was he not even used in matches, but that would have been guaranteed so-called money, but however, they were just not even using Impulse, so technically he was like, what the fuck, what's the point of me being signed to here? Well, technically I'm not signed because I never was given a contract for the company, so I was just there. So basically, Impulse just technically said that he wanted a release from a contract, but have a contract there, so he just decided to leave. It's complicated, I know. But now we're focusing onto the opponent on stage, and that being your current United States champion, that being Aiden Bailey. Then we actually managed to hold on to the United States Championship. Well, pretty much for a little while longer. Well, because keep in mind that Aiden Bailey managed to win that championship belt at Winter Warfare. And to be bluntly honest, I forgot who his opponent was. I believe it was James Burns at one point, but I have no idea. I'm gonna have to go back and look through the archives to see. But regardless or not, Aiden Bailey is here. Not gonna lie, this entrance is probably that long enough to the point where I just want to start eating some food. But now the match is underway between the champion versus, surprisingly, not the challenger, that being Impulse. Now, knowing Impulse's track record in this matchup, well, a lot of people are not expecting Impulse to win, but instead they have a favorite, and that being Aiden Bailey, but it takes the win, running into Gary to the corner. And do that for Impulse. Now picking up Aiden Bailey, slamming him well onto the ground, but seeming that for Pulse is not looking to pretty much turn on, pretty much try to kick the afterburners on yet. A belly-to-belly suplex in the center of the ring. And so far, the man in control, that being Impulse. Never mind, it's now Aiden Bailey. But technically now has control against Impulse. But now, whatever Aiden Bailey's thinking of, using the corner for a bit of a buckle bomb. And I believe the entirety of Oklahoma kind of liked that for once. I'm not sure how Impulse will pretty much like any of it. So now for Impulse, wait a second, locking in the claw. Well, the claw now locked in onto Aiden Bailey's cover. But it will only get a 2 count. Okay, for Aiden Bailey. Might be in a bit of trouble now for Impulse. Kind of going for an Oklahoma slam. And technically just trying to rub it in onto Aiden Bailey's face. But now, wait a second. And there's the, I want to say, well, the hood slam. Well, no, the red one slam is what it's really called. Now for Impulse, pretty much being visibly angry. As you can see, some fans are holding up signs saying they came here to see Impulse in action. Well, that fan might be in luck. Now Impulse into a corner for Aiden Bailey, looking to slam Impulse's head, well, pretty much head first into the corner. Impulse trying to get control over, well, Aiden Bailey here tonight. And so far, it is not looking good between Impulse and Aiden Bailey. Now, what the hell is Aiden trying to do here? But go for rapid curve jump, but Impulse just getting up like it's not even doing anything. So I guess Aiden Bailey decided to use a bit of a Stormbreaker, hoping that will finish it. So now, basically for Aiden Bailey, trying to break open the skull of Impulse, just picking him up and just dropping him like twice. I believe that's all that Aiden Bailey needs. And now Impulse outside of the ring. And what the hell is Aiden thinking? But technically he just wants to put away, well, Impulse. But now for Impulse, pretty much now back up to his feet, looking to try and get himself back inside the ring, although for Aiden Bailey, not going to until now. Now for Impulse, into the ropes, only for him to get out of the way of forearm. The Impulse league just telling Aiden Bailey to get your ass up. And there was the pulsive combo, and there you see Impulse, that he was being the show off that he is. Now, Aiden Bailey in position for the Black Rose. The Black Rose lariat and covered by Impulse. However, Aiden Bailey still survives. Favorite back and forth action between both men here. And now for Impulse. Pereira's looking to go for a massive whisper in the win. But a DDT from Aiden Bailey might be able to put away Impulse. However, for Impulse is not going down. Sling Blade connects. As Impulse, Pereira now has targets locked onto Aiden Bailey. Pereira to right hand to the face. And now, whatever Impulse is thinking of, go for a backdrop onto Aiden Bailey onto the apron. But after Impulse being roped back into the ring, perceiving that for Pulse is not trying to at least lose anymore. But there's another Black Rose from Impulse. Recover now. And Aiden Bailey still kicks out. So now for Impulse, saying enough is enough. Technically trying to force Aiden Bailey to submit. In which for Aiden Bailey, managed to fight out of it. But now Intercorp go for Aiden Bailey. Impulse on pursuit. Technically for Aiden, not letting Impulse get a chance to try and get the victory. But now Aiden Bailey pointing at Impulse, telling him it's over. Here comes Bailey! With a massive cutter off the top rope. Cover. But it's a kick out of one by Impulse. And Aiden Bailey, technically, almost like he's seen enough of what Impulse can do. As Impulse prevents, well, pretty much the Dastard to pretty much go at it. And now, I believe Impulse pretty much now looking to take small advantage, looking to lock the hand in. But seeming that for Aiden Bailey, still fighting back. Almost like not letting Impulse will go for it. But now, the DDT in the center of the ring. Covered now by Aiden Bailey. And Aiden Bailey gets the win. Aiden Bailey pretty much managed to send Impulse packing. And technically that would just be another loss for Impulse. Now time for us to get into our fourth match here tonight. And that being Red Taylor taking on Everett Wolf. And I believe this match should be a fun one. So don't go anywhere. back here live, and we're back here streaming you live from the Oklahoma Center. Well, no, not Oklahoma Center, but the Paycom Center is what it's really called. But here comes Ren Taylor. And I want to say she may not be the youngest, nor not the oldest, but I want to say she is kind of inexperienced in an XWA ring, but she has been somewhat going straight apeshit, well, in past matches, and hell, she put on one hell of a showing, well, during the Ladies Fight Night Battle Royal. As a lot of people are already seeing high hopes for this woman in particular. So now, all the Ren Taylor needs to overcome is facing off with pretty much a former gold medalist, and that being Everett Wolf. So now for Everett Wolf, pretty much in ring, pretty much with, I want to say, a future prodigy for the FWA going forward. But technically, it's a fight between the amateur ref. Well, technically, believe it or not, both of these women have a small background, well, for amateur mat wrestling. So technically, I'm surprised you two actually never had a full-blown conversation backstage, but pretty much discussing their careers and pretty much everything. Because if I remember correctly, I think what Ren Taylor said that her and Everett Wolf used to be friends, well, during college, but now they're not no more. Which I don't even want to know why, but I guess we'll never know the reason. It seems that now for Ren Taylor going onto the top rope, not sure is that a good idea. But now Ren Taylor off the top rope for, I want to say, a massive forearm to the head, covered now by Ren Taylor. And an immediate kick out at one by Everett Wolf. Now there's one thing to note, that for Everett Wolf is a tough woman to pretty much go up against, whether it will be on the mat or in a full-blown wrestling ring. Like, this woman is technically all types of trouble if you want to piss her off. And now, whenever Ren Taylor is looking to utilize, and that being, well, technically a suspended Hurricanrana onto Everett Wolf. Now for Ren Taylor, trying to at least pick up her former friend, but there's pretty much there's the judo throw. One move that Ren Taylor pretty much seeming to master. Pretty much her judo throws are damn near amazing and performed with pure excellence. But now, sounds like that from Everett Wolf, ready to finish off Ren Taylor, almost throwing her into the corner. I believe that was what the current motors are, but now kick to the midsection, and there he goes for the Olympic slam. However, for Ren Taylor, will pretty much manage to use her weight against Everett Wolf. And mind you, Ren Taylor doesn't even weigh a whole lot, but technically she managed to shift her own body weight to make Everett Wolf lose balance. Now that's smart thinking by Ren Taylor, and now she has to look in her eye to look to finish off Everett Wolf. However, for Everett Wolf not letting it happen. And there's a kick, but missed the punch. Now Ren Taylor might be in trouble, and now Everett Wolf has to force to try and make her former best friend tap out. Now into the rope, ducking undergo for Everett Wolf, and for some reason Ren Taylor couldn't stop herself, but she managed to hold on to a rope for dear high, well not high, but hot on her tail, and not Ren Taylor get a moment to breathe. Now lifting her up, slamming her down for a massive suplex on the outside. However, Ren Taylor not trying to lose this matchup for any means necessary. That was a head scissor takedown you just saw on the outside. Now we do understand that Ren Taylor is inexperienced, well, inside of a wrestling ring, but technically the more matches she's in, technically it's like she's constantly learning how to adapt to different fighting styles and how different her opponents may vary. But technically it's almost like for Ren Taylor slightly teaching herself technically how to wrestle more better. But now, Everett Wolf almost has Ren Taylor in sight. However, for Ren, is not trying to, well not trying to, but technically for Ren not allowing Everett Wolf to land it. But now, for Everett Wolf, managed to counter and have Ren Taylor in the corner before throwing her to the side of the ring. Suplex by Everett Wolf. Ren Taylor could be in trouble. Kick to the midsection, and now Everett Wolf looking to try again for the attempt to spin Olympic slam, but it's seeming that for Everett Wolf realizing that won't be enough. So now kick to the midsection and go for the mat slam on Ren Taylor. Cover, but Ren Taylor gets shoulders up at 2. Everett Wolf cannot believe it. I just saw Ren Taylor trying to at least regain the momentum and control. And there you see it again, with Ren Taylor using smart thinking in terms of, how do I want to put it, pretty much using, well, shifting her body weight against for her opponent. But now, doing that for Ren Taylor, now managed to have, well, at least a bit of momentum and control. However, for Everett Wolf, is not going to let it happen. I don't know what kind of takedown was that, but I believe that for Everett Wolf decided to have just a tiny bit of fun against her former friend. And that was a bitch slap on the outside. Now that's just straight up disrespectful. But even that for Ren Taylor trying to go all out against her opponent, including a drop kick to the back. It's almost like that Ren Taylor is pretty much just knows that Everett Wolf won't stay down, so she's just trying everything to keep it down, and I believe there is a bit of anxiety, well, pretty much kicking Ren Taylor in the ass. However, Everett Wolf somewhat staying down, but here she comes to pretty much break the count of 7, only to fall into Ren Taylor's hands for a brainbuster onto Everett Wolf. Cover. And Everett Wolf kicks out before 3. It was almost too close to call, but now Ren Taylor realized that she has Everett Wolf onto the rope. And looking to take small advantage, massive body splash. However, Everett Wolf catches her out of the air and just slams her down like nothing. There's an elbow drop to the face. Almost looking at for Everett, well, not Everett, but for Ren Taylor wisely rolling out of the ring. However, she couldn't do it in time. Now for Ren Taylor to change the tide of battle, having Everett Wolf onto the apron. Everett Wolf technically realized she needs to fight back with all of her fucking strength remaining. Into the corner, going for Ren Taylor. Now Everett Wolf pretty much utilizing the corner to her advantage, just trying to trample Ren Taylor into the corner, and believe it kind of worked out for her. Kick to midsection. However, Ren Taylor saw it coming and looking to give Everett Wolf another brainbuster. Covered by Ren Taylor, and Ren does it. And you can literally hear the fans literally just saying one more time. I believe they just want another match between these two. I believe coming from Ren Taylor, really just saying, maybe you should go back to mat wrestling and I'll stick with professional wrestling. But other than that, what a match. Now let me read the chat. SCW? What the heck is that? Never heard of that company before. Unless I have, but kind of forgot. So I'll probably click on it. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, now this one's probably gonna be a walk in the park for someone. But anyways, our next matchup would be Samantha Bay taking on... if I can find her. So technically our next match would be Samantha Bay taking on Piper Clark, who just made her return for the SWA. Well, in-ring return, I will say. She's not gone from the SWA. She was just chilling backstage, just pretty much helping with talent signings, or maybe just popping in and out of pretty much the performance center and all of that. Now the reason is, I mean, ever since for the British Strong Style technically had a call a disband, we never got to see Piper Clark but inside of an SWA ring ever again. Now I don't know whether because she wanted to take time off, something happened within family, or something very personal was going on with Piper Clark. But regardless, we are happy that she is back and she is okay. Now I will say, she may have a little bit of trouble going up against Samantha Bay. But hey, never say never in terms of defeating your opponent, no matter how big or how small they are. Well, unless you want to try and put someone over, but other than that, that doesn't mean shit. Let me go ahead and check Twitter real quick, see if I missed anything important. Apparently nothing interesting happened. Oh, that's some bullshit. But now we focus back here onto the match. I believe this is about to be as heavy hitting as it sounds, because here comes Samantha Bay.
From San Diego, California, Samantha Bay.
You can hear the entirety of the Paycom Center pretty much cheering on for Samantha Bay as she makes her walk down to the ramp. It seems like Oklahoma has a little bit of a love for Samantha Bay, and technically our favorite chubby woman of the whole company. I can kind of see why everyone does love Samantha Bay. She's big, she's undeniably fucking strong in the damn ring, and technically she's just an overall nice person to hang out with. But once the bell rings, that's where Samantha Bay has to get serious and lock in. Now here comes, I want to say, well, the former hottest sensation, well, for the women's division, because from what a lot of people want to call Piper Clark being a complete smoke show, well, for the women's division, technically from what I'm hearing, and I'm reading off this damn list that was provided to me by Luke Reeves, the former commentator, was saying that technically either the whole stadium gets hot for some odd reason, because there's never an AC in the arena, and technically making, well, your chest pound even harder and a tad bit faster because of Piper Clark's underwhelming beauty and her good looks. Okay then. I don't even understand what in the flying fuck everyone's been talking about, saying that Piper Clark is like the literal hottest sensation, but regardless of the XWA Women's Division. What in the hell? Okay, well I guess I did found something interesting on fucking well, not Instagram, but Twitter. I need to send this to one of my friends. This shit is too fucking fun to pass up. But anyways, into the match now for Piper Clark, pretty much being back inside of an XWA ring and God knows how long. But technically, she's literally going up against a heavyweighted high flyer, if we can consider Samantha Bay to be something like that. But now, the Clark picking up the big woman and slamming her down. Or I think it was going to be called the big girl. So now, the Piper Clark, whatever she's trying to do, now she's trying to beat the chest of Samantha Bay. As you can hear the entirety of the Oklahoma Center counting. And I believe there's one more, but that was straight to the face of Samantha Bay. And sorry to say this, but we are going into our free cam. Now, for Piper Clark, pretty much for her in her own right, technically used to be the strong. Well, before Samantha Bay came into this company, Piper Clark was technically one of the strongest, well, light heavyweight, well, in the women's division. Whether she would be part of British Strong Style or not, this woman is no joke. However, when it comes to the likes of Samantha Bay, technically not only she literally gets you, well, pretty much her big size, but technically her, I want to say, technically she literally used her whole body as a weapon. There. Now, I will say this, as long as you just don't get hit by a hip attack from Samantha Bay, you should be okay, and as a matter of fact, I spoke to her. Never mind. Because apparently Piper Clark might have got herself out of the corner, and that would have been straight disaster. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know. Now, Piper Clark technically trying, well, to rally the fans behind her. Just casually just picking up Piper Clark and just throwing her around like a damn rag doll. I don't even know if this is even a fair fight for Samantha, but well, hey, I'm not the one that put this match together. I'm just a person on commentary. So now, with Piper Clark, now utilizing the strength that she has, lifting up Samantha Bay and dropping her directly onto her head. I believe, well, pretty much from what Piper Clark said, that move is pretty much known as the Cloverleaf Call. So now, now time for Samantha Bay to try and put in a bit of offense, showcasing her strength against Piper. So now Samantha Bay realizing that Piper Clark is up and again missing for the handspring. Well, pretty much again missing the goddamn handspring, but now Piper Clark sort of looking to use the Irish sword. Well, no, not the Irish sword, but technically what she calls it, the Irish curse. Oh, wait a minute, I just realized that Piper Clark is not even Irish. He's British. Wait, but then again, if she's British, then why the hell does she have moves based off of Ireland? Oh wait, that's right, because Piper Clark never gave us an updated moveset. She never told us what the new names for her current moveset is. I'm hoping she will tell us by the time this match is over. That we remember next time. So now, Samantha Bay, pretty much looking to try to finish off Piper Clark in any way she can. A bit of back and forth between going in and outside the ring, but now Samantha Bay pretty much picking up Piper Clark and slamming her directly down. I believe Piper Clark might be in a bit of trouble as Samantha Bay now has her opponent in position, looking to slam him down with full force. Covered out by Samantha Bay. And a kick out by Piper Clark, almost. That would have been 3. However, for Samantha Bay, it's technically surprised that Piper Clark is technically still in this matchup. But now, Samantha, what the fuck are you doing? You are a big bitch. You cannot be doing this. Oh my god. So I guess big woman can fly, and technically Samantha Bay just brushing it off like it ain't shit. Sometimes it still scares me at the fact that you have like big wrestlers that weigh like 300 plus pounds and they literally be jumping off the top rope like it's nothing. In my opinion, that is scary to fucking see, but also pretty damn cool. So now, for Piper Clark, I don't know how the fuck she's still moving, but now trying to go for repetitive backbreakers onto the knees. They would try to consecutively break Samantha Bay's back, and I think it kind of worked out for her cover. And Samantha Bay kicks out at 2. I don't even know how long this match is already going, and we're already at 1 hour and it's not main event yet. Holy shit. Now for the goddamn ref to move out of the fucking way. And now for Samantha Bay and Piper Clark, I guess somewhat going at it, but now for Piper Clark lifting up Samantha Bay, and apologies if I got the name wrong, but I believe that was the Irish curse from Piper Clark. Cover. And Piper Clark wins on her in-ring return.
Here is your winner, Piper Clark.
Piper Clark will end up getting victory here pretty much on her return. So welcome back, Piper Clark. Oh shit. Well, it just turns out that I don't think that Piper Clark was supposed to have the match this early, but it was supposed to be later on. So I guess that was a little bit of an issue on someone else's end, but I guess the match already happened, so I guess... fuck it, we'll just count it. Besides, there will be some fuck-ups, so... yeah. Hold on, let me do something real quick. It will only take a few seconds. Well, once you know what you're doing, then yeah, it will take a few seconds. But there we go, problem solved. Alright, back to square one. So now our next matchup is pretty much, well, again, I want to say a debuting Daredevil, if I can say that, because this woman does technically think to herself that she is a daredevil. So technically, it will be what pretty much the televised debut, well, of Alex Fletcher, and look who decides that is going to be on ringside joining her, and that being Lena Romeo. And believe it or not, D2 are like legitimate friends outside of the ring. But if I remember correctly, I believe that one of them had a love for someone within the roster. I don't know who. But another thing I also just seem to note, some people said that Lena Romeo is basically a female Tony Stark. I mean, if you can pretty much, if you can put the puzzle together, yes, you can see like 100%. She acts like him though, which is very fucking cool and funny. But now back to the question, I wonder what happens if you were to give Lena Romeo an Iron Man theme attire. Maybe that could be for the next XWA takeover? Oh wait, no, I just realized we're not going to be called XWA no more in 2 months. EWL takeover. Alright, I just fucking thought of it. But yeah, regardless, we are now going into our final match before our co-main event. And I'm seeing Extreme Rules plastered everywhere. Going pretty much on both Trons and next to the ring. Well, but here comes, technically, well, when these two are together, they are known as Hazard, well, pretty much, they're known as Hazard Co. That being the team of Alex Fletcher and Lena Romeo. Technically, these two consider themselves as legitimate daredevils. And I can kind of see why. And even some people compared online to these two basically being the female Hardy Boys. Which I can somewhat see because there are some few like similarities or something. I'm at a loss for words because I'm excited for this fucking match. So of course after Lena Romeo, the woman with the eye patch, will be watching for her best friend from ringside as she takes on Jay Parker. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe Jay Parker, I think she was a part of the Women's Battle Royal. I could be wrong. But now, oh, and what's this? It seems that it's now no longer Jay Parker. Well, Supernova Jay Parker is back. I see with a little bit of a new coat of paint. That being gray and black. I think usually we would, technically used to seeing Jay Parker, but having like bright colored paint to represent her. But I don't think we're not going to be seeing that anymore, so I don't know. This is supposed to be foreshadowing like a greater evil could be coming to the women's division or something else. And now, and just even thinking about it is somewhat kind of making me worried. So I think let's not talk about that. Yeah, it might be a good idea. Let's not talk about that. So now, for the Supernova, Jay Parker pretty much is back and ready for action, taking on against Alex Fletcher. After Jay Parker going for a Constitute special, putting down Alex Fletcher. We're very early on in the match, however, for Fletcher managed to get back up, pretty much throwing Jay Parker into the ref. Not sure what that her intention, but I believe it could be. So now for Alex Fletcher, for looking to simply drop kick Jay Parker into the corner. Try to go for a splash, however, Parker managed to get her knees up. After Alice Fletcher, Tegu, she said when she was younger, but she never thought she would be a professional wrestler because a lot of people were constantly downing her. And given the fact that for Alice Fletcher, pretty much likes to pretty much take risks and live dangerously, well, inside the square circle, a lot of people seem to not trust her well within the ring because what if Alice Fletcher could seriously hurt herself and not be able to wrestle? After a master crossbody off the top rope, this is what I mean about Alice Fletcher taking risks and refuse to elaborate. So now for Alice Fletcher, now being thrown back into the ring. I do want to take a second at the hair dye that Alice Fletcher is using, which is actually kind of pretty at one point. Can someone tell Alice Fletcher for me that I said hi? No? Alright. Well, I guess I'll just tell her myself when I get backstage. Anyway, now for Jay Parker, looking to utilize the Hypernova. However, Alice Fletcher managed to free herself. Her kick in midsection. Twist of fate. What? Not a twist of fate, but technically more of a hazard stunner. In what Alex Fletcher called it, but now for Alex, they're trying to go onto the middle rope, only realizing Jay Parker went back up to her feet, so decided to go for a double axe handle off the top. So a bit of an atomic drop, but now there's a double leg drop into the crotch of the Supernova. However, for Supernova, Jay Parker is not trying to go out without a fight. And there's clothesline 1, clothesline 2, and clothesline number 3 connect. Look out for Jay Parker. And now just throwing Alex Fletcher into the rope. Well, not rope, but the corner. Now for Jay Parker, technically, I believe, trying to go for another, like, Hypernova. And it's Alice Fletcher technically trying to hold on to the fight. There you can see Selena Romeo pretty much trying to make sure her friend will pretty much at least stays alive in this matchup. So now for Supernova, Jay Parker. Now has Alice Fletcher exactly where she needs her to be. Kicks into, I want to say, the hamstring. Well, but however, Alice Fletcher tried to get at least a bit of offense in, only for Jay Parker to utilize, well, the ropes to her small advantage. So now, Jay Parker almost looking to utilize the Hypernova. However, Alex Fletcher not letting it happen whatsoever. As we cover now about Jay Parker. And surprisingly, that was it.
Here is your winner, Jay Parker.
That Jay Parker would pretty much come out victorious, and I don't know what in the absolute hell is she doing. Someone get her some fucking water or something. Yeah, maybe that could help. Now, I will say that for Jay Parker, it's kind of a weird one to go up against. We don't know where the hell she came from, and we don't know what her real power will pretty much lies under. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our co-main event. And how this match come about, it was actually during, well, ladies fight night, when these two end up encountering each other after they say, well, after everyone on social media said that it will be a perfect dream match between these two. But of course we are talking about the Battle of the French against, well, on what I want to say, the Italians. Well, as a lot of people have said online that this would be a match made in heaven. Because technically you have America's favorite fighting French woman, Jackson Prince, taking on a legitimate mob boss for the women's division, that being Jasmine Narracia. So technically it's the Battle of France versus Italy. Coming up next. Oh wait a minute, I just realized we don't have commercial breaks in co-main events. God damn it. Guess nothing's happening. But yes, our co-main event is on right now.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Paris, France, Jackson Prince.
And as you have seen for Jackson Prince, is technically her best friend having a match pretty much earlier on tonight. But now, everyone is very excited to see what Jackson Prince is back. And it seems that she actually decided to grow her hair out since the last time we saw her. So alright, for Prince, now in the ring, technically almost looking to seem to try and take off, well, her French flag jacket. That surprisingly, it was Cassidy Walker who had that made the jacket for her. How nice.
And representing the FBI from Brooklyn, New York.
And now here comes Jasmine Narracia. And for those that don't know, she had competed in the Ladies Fight Night Battle Royal, and technically was almost the runner-up of the whole match. Well, but unfortunately, she would be eliminated before the final four. Well, pretty much with all due respect and everything. So there you see for Jackson Prince, and there you see Jasmine Narracia literally telling Prince, "Come on, fight me, damn it!" And here we go. For the mob boss taking on, well, the fighting French woman. Jackson Prince. They're trying to go for a bit of grapple maneuver, however, for Narecia not letting it go down without a fight. Now, I will go ahead and say this. It has been God knows how long since we've seen Jackson Prince, well, inside of the XWA ring. I believe the last time we've seen her was pretty much like in early 2024, was the last time we've seen her. But now she's back. But now she's back later, almost like a year later. Competitively, but for Jackson Prince, they're like you said online after Ladies Fight Night, saying that she is happy to be back, and she even said that she has some unfinished business to take care of in the women's division, and hopefully she would technically be able to meet Piper Clark yet again. Well, because believe it or not, Jackson Prince have said that she missed Piper Clark a lot. That's basically her best friend. Technically, wherever Jackson Prince would go, Piper Clark will follow behind. It's even that for Narecia tried to get a win, but definitely tried to get a easy win against Prince. And the count of that 9. And the count would be at 10. And Narecia won by count out.
Here is your winner.
And I don't think that is, I don't know how Jackson Prince wanted to make her full-time in-ring return. And I don't know if that what she wanted, but I believe the reason why she couldn't get up much sooner, I believe he might have landed the wrong way on the outside. I see the referee is checking in on her. But to be completely honest, I do not know. But we will provide updates, well, in our next episode. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of tonight. Yep, you heard correctly. It's time for our main event of tonight, and that being with the XWA Universal Champion, Mr. Blue, taking on, I want to say, what the Japanese Crusader, from what he calls himself, and that being Konosuke Yoshihara. And that match will be going down right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. So now, here comes Mr. Blue, and I will say this, that the match is not confirmed to be a title match. So technically, this is just a non-title match main event. Well, believe it or not. Technically, after Mr. Blue already in ring, we're raising the XWA Universal Championship high up in the air. In which, as a matter of fact, I would like to say that XWA's Gauntlet of the Immortals 2025 will be taking place, and well, pretty much it will be taking place in the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Technically, Mr. Blue's home. So now, here comes Kenosuke Yoshihara. Now, I will say, a passing compliment from both Pro Wrestling Noah and believe it or not, from Pro Wrestling Japan. This man right here is labeled as not only as one of the most highly respected stars, well, in Japan, but also labeled to be, well, the most dangerous, well, in terms of combat. That's the reason why a lot of people are saying avoid this man at all costs, especially when you have a championship title around your waist. Because this man will be able to take that belt off of you. Now Mr. Blue, we're pretty much ready, and now for Kenosuke Yoshihara is ready as well. Also, I will go ahead and say this, that for Kenosuke Yoshihara, he does know pretty much, when people want to ask him, like, how well can he cut promos, he said he can cut them very well. Well, no, I want to say he's decent at promos, but he is not, well, pretty much perfect at it, because mind you, English wasn't his first language. Obviously he is Japanese, so he had a bit of trouble with promos, but he's getting better and better, well, every time he cuts one, so that's good. And even Yoshihara did say that I don't need a translator for my promos. So stop assuming I need one. Now for Mr. Blue, trying to lock in a single leg Boston Crab, I assume. And which is funny enough that Mr. Blue technically said that technically she's from he was born in Boston, Massachusetts. However, he is residing in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, Mr. Blue with a massive top rope moonsault cover onto Kenosuke. And with only a kick out at 1. So now Mr. Blue onto the top rope. But they will pretty much want Kenosuke to get up for some reason. Not sure if that's a good idea. Off the top rope into an inside DDT by Mr. Blue. Cover. And an immediate kick out at 1 by Yoshihara. Mr. Blue not even taking a simple second, trying to rev up the heel only for what a super kick to miss his target. And I will say this, that Yoshihara, well, believe it or not, in Pro Wrestling Japan, he's not only one of the most dangerous star to go up against, but he's also somewhat the most smartest. And also strongest as well, forgot to mention. So tell me, this man right here is a big fucking deal. And for those saying that he's not, well, you will be dead wrong. But backside the ring now, going for Mr. Blue. Tell for Blue, he doesn't... Well, he says he never went up against a Japanese wrestler. But for Blue said that he always wanted to go up against one just to see how it would go. Because if you don't know, technically Japanese pro wrestling, I think it's a whole lot different from our typical wrestling because most of the attacks are very stiff and technically it looks real because I think some of it is. Like for those that don't even know, like real talk, for those that literally want to watch some good at wrestling, I recommend watching a few NJPW matches or even Pro Wrestling Noah. That shit's fucking cool. I think I seen what was it, Wrestle Dynasty I seen? Yeah, I think I seen Wrestle Dynasty at one point. It was good. But it was a pain in the ass that I had to stay up from like 11 to like almost at like 1 o'clock. That was kind of a pain, but oh well. At least it was fun watching it. So now Konosuke pretty much due to try and get the life out of Mr. Blue, and I don't know what the hell Konosuke is thinking! But a massive curb stomp onto the back of the head of Mr. Blue. As you see, this is exactly what I'm talking about for Konosuke being labeled as a dangerous star in Japan, because these are technically because most of the attacks that he has in the chamber. So without a doubt, Yoshihara is basically a straight up demon. And you're gonna have to go through hell to put him down. But apparently Mr. Blue technically thinking if he can't beat him in ring, then he might as well just try and win by count out at the very least. But instead, he decides to roll Konosuke back into the ring and finish it off the right way. Because technically that would be the only way to properly win in this type of scenario. Because in Japan, the ring count out is not capped at 10, but it's at a 20. But now, wait a second, Mr. Blue, looking to utilize the dirty blues onto Konosuke. Cover. And Konosuke kicks that at a 2 point, I think that was a 2.8 or 9. I could be wrong. We try to go for a devastating right hand, however he was met with a left. And there's the blue rasp punch. Well, Mr. Blue, cover. And Mr. Blue will win in your main event.
Here is your winner.
And there you see Blue pretty much technically taking a seat in the center of the ring, pretty much looking at Konosuke. Well, pretty much almost a bit of sign of respect between the two. And there you can see Blue pretty much bowing to Konosuke as Konosuke is doing the same. A little bit of respect between the two. And that's a good way to end off XWA's Onslaught. We will see you guys. We will see you guys on Monday or maybe even Tuesday for XWA's Onslaught. And with that out of the way, good night, everyone.